5 minutes. We love the internet. Yes, it's good. Hello.
Let me see.
Hello,
Okay,
everyone.
We're live, right?
Yes, we are live.
That's good. We are live. Just give me a second, guys.
Turning off the notification.
Acting as if I'm turning off the notification.
Thinking about what you say.
So quite some people here. Let me give me a second. No, I just sent the link to my son, 6 years old, so he can
Watch you on TV?
watch me on TV, and he's like, "Oh, Dad is on TV," and he'll be happy.
You think
I'll
he'll
make
watch?
him he watched me every single time.
Yeah, he doesn't watch Champions League.
No, not Champions League. I watched Champions League like last night, and I wasn't very happy about it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is the I don't know how the number
November.
The November the November meetup. I guess maybe it's the 13th, 14th, something like this. Like
14th.
14th maybe. But anyway, we'll tell it. Someone will tell us. 15th. Wow, no, it's counting, or she saw it somewhere. Anyway, thank you for being here today. As usual, I'm with Renaud, and we have quite a few things that we are going to talk about. We have this section that is becoming recurrent. But anyway, we'll go through the introduction of the content afterwards. First, I'm very happy to have you around, and maybe I hope you got the vouchers. you know. And if you got them, please share what you what
What
do you have.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to see people around the world what they have, what did they eat, and you know, I don't know what's up. What do we have? What's happening in the world?
Black Friday?
Black Friday. When is that?
Friday?
This Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What you're planning to buy? You know?
No. I'll buy. If I tell that, maybe my mom is looking at the product meetup and she'll know what she'll get for Christmas. So
As you're buying your gift for Christmas now.
on discount, yes.
Oh, by the way, Black Friday, does it exist because people buy in this moment their gifts for Christmas, or doesn't have anything to do with
I
it?
think it's the general idea, but maybe people from the US can explain us what's the concept of Black Friday. Yeah, there is noise. It's me.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
it's
just you, whatever. You blew air at it. So, okay, so I don't know what other people are planning to buy on Black Friday. I don't know if you are going to profit from this moment. And are the Black Friday discounts real, or do people like raise the prices and then cut them down?
I saw a meme. I saw a meme on the internet that was like Wednesday the price, $369 whatever. Thursday $369, and then Friday $369, but just with the like a fake price on top striked, and then everyone's like, no!
It's a design thing.
Don't fall into the consumer society trap.
You're right, John. I will not buy anything on Black Friday. I promise you. I'm not going to buy it.
Like
No, I mean bread maybe or
Yeah.
something like that. I felt you're going to.
I'm not going to buy anything on Friday.
Yeah.
Black Friday exists because of capitalism.
Happy Thanksgiving from Quisi Anor. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here. To all my American friends, well, to everyone that celebrates it, basically. And what is it? Core is saying that he is buying arcade coffee table for the office. You know what that means? Arcade coffee
I
table.
guess a coffee table with arcade game, like with joystick,
Is
and
that-
you can play game.
Does that exist?
That's my guess.
That's
I will
your
invite it if it does. I will invent it if it doesn't exist.
Yeah, so Andre is asking, is the volume a little bit low for everyone, or is it just me? Yeah, please, everyone, can you say whether the volume is too? Yeah, it's a little bit low.
It's low.
We can get it a bit higher. Maybe we can get it higher from there, from your side. What happened there? Okay, we don't see anything there. No, the monitor turned off. This the one that we see. Maybe we need to turn it on. So anyway.
So it should be better. Please let us know if the volume is better now.
Yeah.
If not, we'll increase it again. Okay. Seems good.
Frankie says Black Friday exists because of capitalism. Oh, we're going to be friends maybe here, or maybe, I don't know, but like that. But anyway, we buy stuff, right, all the time. Core wants to buy Pac-Man.
No, I guess it's the arcade coffee
The,
table.
the Pac-Man arcade table. Oh, this is nice. We can buy this for the cover. So you have Pac-Man game on a coffee table, something like that. Nice.
And then you have me
the volume is
putting a
better.
coffee table everywhere on the video game, and it lasts 2 days before I completely destroy it. Much better. Okay, so that's good.
Anyone else that is buying something for Christmas or for Black Friday?
So, Mom, you'll get a coffee table, arcade coffee table, so that I can come and play just at home. That's the only thing that I'm buying now. I changed my mind.
You made it famous. You made this arcade table famous. All right, maybe we should go into the
Program of the day.
Yeah, program of the day. Do you want me to go?
I can go. No, I can go. So today, and as the first section, we'll receive Benjamin from With Love Internet. We'll discuss different things, starting from story branding. That is an approach that they use to basically build marketing for their clients, and how they use Prismic basically to connect story branding and they deliver basically and help their client basically developing their brand through internet with Prismic and this approach. This will be the main segment of the day. We do that more and more often. Basically, we get people from the community that we think have a nice approach on building websites and brand and marketing, and we try to get them here so that basically they can provide value to all Prismic users. So
because we noticed at some point that we talk about the product and we see and our vision. That's, I guess, good because we want you to understand what we're thinking about, and that makes you make better decisions. But then the also very interesting stories come from how you use the product, how you adapt stuff, and the bigger story, because you can you can learn from each other, right? There are some agencies that are doing some nice work, and they're generous enough to share that with everyone and to learn. You can learn from them. You can teach them also what you're doing, and this way, all our community will be stronger because we learn from each other the best practices of what we do, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And we noticed ourselves that we were able to learn from our clients. Like, we learn a lot from you, so we guess like it's a pity to basically not share this knowledge to other people, and so let's share it through the community. And so it's becoming more and more an important segment of this meetup. And we'll do most likely a meetup that will be product oriented at some point, but as of today, that will be the main segment of the day.
Yeah.
After that, we'll discuss site of the month. So we'll share with you 2 websites that are basically built with Prismic and that we particularly appreciate and that were released this month. We'll just showcase them quickly and show you the approach and why we think they are interesting examples for you. And then at the end, we'll end up with like the product update that we released basically this month since the last meetup, and that will be it.
So for the question that we asked, we have Andrea who's saying most likely a second monitor. I guess for Black Friday, not for Christmas. Imagine someone brings you a second monitor. Oh, it could be, And what was it? I saw something else.
Dragon jacket.
Dragon jacket. Anyway, are we ready for the interview, or are we waiting for anything?
I guess so.
Someone said knowledge is power. Let's go for the knowledge.
I don't know who is John Doe, but he's he's giving a lot of insights since the beginning of the meetup.
Who are you, John Doe?
But yeah, let's go.
Yes, let's welcome Benjamin.
Benjamin, en français.
Benjamin. How to pronounce it, Benjamin?
Benjamin.
Sorry, in French here they pronounce it differently. How you doing?
How do you pronounce it?
Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin. Oh, nice. I'll take that. It sounds more sophisticated. More
French.
Smarter. Yeah, doing good. Thanks for having me on the video. Super excited.
So we were chatting, with Love Internet. How you call it?
With Love Internet. Yeah, people think that we're a dating site.
That's the name of the agency, right?
I a lot. Yeah.
I said we love the internet earlier.
Love the internet.
But I love the internet. Like me, I find it cool.
Anyway, can you introduce a little bit quickly yourself, and then we get to the story?
Yeah, sure. So we're with Love Internet, digital marketing agency that is really focused on growing our clients' businesses. So really everything that we do, if it's like on the marketing side with campaigns, ads, just social media, or if it's on the web development and app development side, is always focused on what we can bring the most growth to our clients and what can give the most effective results. So that's we're an agency. We have we have developers, designers, marketers, writers, the whole shabam.
The whole shabam. When did you start the agency? When was it created?
Yeah, we started in 2014 actually. We had me and our co-founder Bob both started. We were in the startup scene in Tel Aviv, and that's what we had a few products and had experience with the startup community, and we just felt that there's a lot of value that we can give others by starting products. There's startups their websites, things like that. So that's how we started, and that's kind of that's back in 2014, like eight years ago.
That's cool. And I will just check one thing because the volume is a bit low. It seems again on the chat.
Not ours, but the one of Benjamin.
So we'll just check with people so that we can. No, it's not coming from you, I guess. Benjamin.
I guess from us.
Yes,
we need to mix it up.
Change a bit.
Not our volume, but the volume of Benjamin is a bit high. It's a bit low.
Low.
But ours is fine, but it's Benjamin's one. So you should not raise ours, but the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
We'll see if it's better. But it seems to be a bit lower, Benjamin's. And let's see what people think.
How is it now? You guys hear?
Yeah, we hear you
from the chat. We hear you very well, actually, ourselves. But it seems in the mix, back in the mix. But they will mix it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
And so during our chat, and we had the chance to meet you this week. Like the main point of discussion was about story branding and the fact that it was an important point for you to differentiate and also to provide value to your clients. And we decided today to basically spend a lot of time discussing this topic because I think for myself personally I learned this term. I wasn't aware of it. Did you know?
Which one?
Story branding.
Story branding. No, I discovered it together with you. I mean, I know what story is, I know what brand is, but I didn't know the product, and I didn't know that you use it in that way. So I liked it.
Yeah.
So we'll go maybe through that. But I liked something about this last meetup. We spent some time with talking about another agency and people that built a website, and they kind of, instead of delivering, if you remember right, instead of delivering a website, they deliver some kind of a framework through slices so that their clients can go and build as many pages as they want independently. So their goal is to make their client independent. And what I liked about you, that you do more or less the same thing, but you push it further with content as well, and that's what I thought is a good thing to discuss.
Yeah, it's definitely content driven. That's really we see it as kind of like the basis for for any successful digital platform. You got to get your messaging straight before you start designing. For sure, to get the most value and conversions and all that.
And so that's really interesting in the sense that basically the way we discuss with a lot of our customers and our users is the fact that content and developing a lot of content is often used to acquire more on your website, like meaning creating SEO and SEA campaigns. But yourself, you are pushing the button even forward. Like you are basically working on a methodology that will provide content writer and marketing team a way to basically create content that doesn't stop at bringing more people on the website through SEO, but also helping them engage them more and convert them more. Yeah. So could you explain a bit the approach?
So the idea already and the approach. The idea and the approach.
Definitely. So so really the big issue that story branding is solving, like the methodology solves for for people, is that when you go on social media and just scroll down, they say people usually have about a half a second before they'll continue scrolling. But then on the other hand, me and my wife will go out for a movie, and we'll sit for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours watching Star Wars or something. So so then something here is out of balance. And the reason is not because social media is bad or boring or stuff like that. It's just people don't know how to tell stories or how to structure their message, their branding materials in a way that is inviting people to join a story. So whereas in a movie, you're watching Star Wars, you're right away you're engaged and you can't take your eyes off because the movie is inviting you to join this journey that the hero is taking, he meets a problem, and then he finds this guide. In case of Star Wars, it's like Yoda, so Luke finds Yoda, and he helps him overcome his problem. So really what StoryBrand, the methodology gives us this amazing, like, powerful framework to put our customers in the spotlight, to put our customers as the heroes in the story, and to position our company, our brand. So for instance, you, Prismic, to position yourself as the guide in the story. So you're helping your customers achieve something, overcome a problem that they have, and become a better person, or a better customer through that. So that's really what the framework does. So when we look at things in that light, in storytelling, and position ourselves, or your company, your business, position your business as the guide and not as the hero, which is what most companies, most businesses, you talk to them and they'll be like, oh yeah, we're great because we have the best blender in the industry, or the best microwave, and like, I'm like, who cares, who cares, guys? I'm like, what does your microwave mean to me as a person? Why do I have to buy what is it helping me become? How is it helping me become a better, person? So really that is, we found that using that methodology as the basis to all of our development projects, all of the web and app development, but also just our marketing, the general marketing work and projects that we do. When you have that straight, it really creates this incredibly sticky bond between your brand and your customers, and they just convert at much higher rates because they want to be a part of that story that you're presenting to them. Yeah.
So let me ask you here a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
How much of how long? Okay, in your experience, in the times that you had to do it, how long it takes to convince companies that they should not be talking about their product or themselves?
Usually about 20 seconds.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Like don't you struggle into like convincing them, you don't have to talk about this, and you get this kind of ego problem of like, no, but this is the best thing that we're doing, and we have to absolutely talk about it.
So if I ask people, like, before we even get into the methodology, like, what do you guys do? Why are you so, what does your business do? Most people, like, I would say probably 90% of the clients that we initially talk to, potential clients, or, people, they'll just go and blabber about why they're so great and why they're amazing. And then why I say, like, 20 seconds it takes to convince them, because I'll be like, hey, how does it sound if you ask me, what do you do? And then I answer you like this. And then I'll be like, oh, we achieve 1 million leads per month, and instead, rather than telling them a story, like, we can help you become a much bigger business by focusing, this is what we do. We help businesses like you grow through, A, B, C. That's much more attractive because we're inviting them into, like, we're showing them a value right away. So,
right.
It's quite fast, like, to convince people, when they hear themselves, they get it.
So you guys, you went through the actors and description of the mythology already?
Just quickly, but maybe we should, if we could maybe display the general image, so that maybe describe a bit the method a bit more.
Yeah.
Benjamin, would be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
They are not hearing us. Okay. So, do you see the image now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe can you guide us through basically the general framework? We can discuss Star Wars. You said, like, when you
Yeah.
look at Star Wars, you're into them, you're into it, and you're not like living it. Really depends on the Star Wars though, but that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
the good one, let's say.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, let me just
Can you maybe give us some guidance about the general framework and how does it translate to movies or to video games or even to one of your clients that you worked with after that?
Yeah, definitely. So maybe I'll just go through the general framework. Let me just pull it up here also on my side. So yeah, so essentially, really, the story brand is split into I would say like 7 key parts, but 8. You could say it's like 8 parts with the character transformation at the end. But really, what it goes through is it takes the concept from that has existed for honestly hundreds of years, like from theater and movie making, filmmaking, and it breaks it down into this very easy like 7 key steps for that help you make it practical to the business world or to the marketing world. So the first step is really talking about the character. So the character is your potential customer. In that part we would talk about who's your character, what are they looking for as it relates to your business, and we would dive into that and clarify that. Now that character, he continues on this journey, on this path, and he has a problem. So every business, whatever it is, business, charity, whatever, it doesn't have to be like a for-profit or whatever. They all are solving some sort of problem. So in step 2, we would define the what is the problem as it relates to your customer. What is the external problem that your service is solving or your product is solving? What's this problem making them feel? And really, why is it like wrong for your customers to feel this way? So by defining the problem, we're really getting into the mindset of, okay, what are our customers looking for as it relates to us? So that's the problem section. Now, step 3, we would go to and meets a guide. So this is the place where I would say one of the only places where we would talk about ourselves as the business. So you can talk about your own business here, because this character is on a journey and he meets a guide. So the guide is really and the first thing as a guide is you want to show. We'll go into things like showing empathy to your customer. Like, hey, we understand it's really difficult to build websites. We understand, that it's it's hard to be an expert at so many things these days. With digital. And then we would go into the authority section, which is so this is still in step 3 is showing the authority. Like, hey, we exist for this time. We've done this, and this. We're the right people that can help you on your journey to success. The next step is who gives them a plan. So, we give them, this is a place where we would define like, okay, what is the process, the 1, 2, 3 steps that they need to take in order to basically take action to be successful. The 1, 2, 3, maybe that could be like an example of, click here, put in your email, and purchase this product. It can be like a 3-step process, and so it's really important. Like this part, who gives them a plan, it's really important to show people that it's very like the path of what they need to do to to overcome their problem. So that's why we have this section, and this is also the section where we will address any like uncertainty that your customers might still be feeling. So if your product is expensive and they're afraid that there isn't any warranty, this is the place where you would say, hey, we have a 30-day free return or whatever you want to put there to address their their concerns. The next section is and calls them to action. So interestingly enough, you really need to tell people you really have to say it clearly. I think a lot of people also in SEO and that have experience with landing pages, you have to be really clear with the call to action and just put it bluntly out there. So this is the place where we would define what is the primary call to action that we're telling our character to take. So, sign up now, register now. And then in this section, we also have in this step, we have a place where we will talk about transitional call to action, which is essentially what if your character isn't exactly ready yet to make that leap of faith or that step to purchase your product maybe. So we would define also a secondary, we call it like a secondary call to action or a transitional CTA to at least keep the conversation open. So if they're not yet, for instance, ready to buy your product, maybe we can ask them give them like a free resource for their email or something. So some sort of lead generator, that could be good. And then the last step here is we have two more steps. So we have, I'm just going to pull it up here. Here we go. Yeah. So we have that ends in success and that helps them avoid failure. So just in these parts, it's really like this part of the story brand is that we want to show our audience, our character. We want to show what they can be after they, register, sign up, purchase, after they take action, and what could happen if they decide to not really engage with us. So we just want to draw a clear picture, so people know what the stakes are. So ends in success. You could increase your conversions by this amount. You can save this amount of money. So that could be just some points that we would add to the end of the brand script. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting and explain, I guess, the framework in a very simple way. So for that, I guess, there is a question that we are asking to do that and to be able to define it. What we discussed, and I don't know if you want to run that now, is maybe to be able to do some kind of lightning session about Prismic and try to express the concept, and so to see how we could basically translate it to us. What do you think, Sadek?
Yeah, we could do a quick story brand about Prismic itself, and I'm hoping that the people that are in the chat will help us with the answers.
That's cool. Yeah, let's do it. I don't see the comments, so just read them.
I will talk about them as well.
We'll not talk about
definitely.
We'll not talk about Nick's problem though. That is trying to basically put a whole turkey and cook it in the microwave. I don't think it's the problem that we try to solve with Prismic at the moment. The way to cook it perfectly is to fold it into aluminum paper and then put it in the microwave, Nick.
This way
that's already that's already the process. That's great. I'm adding that.
So let's make a session on understanding what is a Prismic story then. Yeah.
Cool. So the first question that we always ask is a character. So what do they want? What do your customers want as it relates to your product? Yeah.
What
are they looking? Who are they, and what are they looking for as it relates to Prismic?
So let me start by asking the question to the chat.
Who are you?
So who are you? I don't know. Probably. So the question to the chat is, who are our customers? What they're looking to solve, right? What they're looking to solve? What is their problem? This is what you're asking us.
Yeah. Who is your character? So who's your, customer? We can define one because you probably have a few, you would do a few different brand scripts. So we can maybe focus on one.
So in our case, and I'm really interested in having an answer from the chat, but the thing is we can have several ones, right? We can talk about like Prismic customers could be, or users could be content writers. right? Could be marketers and other people that want to build pages. It could be developers, right? Because they use it and they have also their own problems they want to solve. Who else could it be? Could be agencies, maybe, right? Because they build work for websites. Anyone else? Any other characters that I missed or no? What the chat thinks?
Translators of content, for example, but that's something else. Could be
Nick.
Could be Nick. that wants to be the main character.
So who else? I guess these are the main characters: developers, content writers, agencies, freelancers. These are the people.
Yeah. So these are so as I mentioned earlier on our call, the character in a case where you're appealing to multiple different characters, we would want to create multiple different brand scripts, because for each one there's going to be a different story, probably also a different landing page. So but that's good. So I wrote those down, but we can focus on one of them maybe, or the key one. That'd be.
Yeah. So let's focus maybe first on developers.
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay, developers, cool, nice.
Developers.
So yeah, so developers. What are these developers looking for as it relates to Prismic?
I don't know. What are developers looking for related to Prismic? Building pages, probably. Or is it building pages? Can you say building pages with components, or building pages, or what is it? That
can building websites fast. Maybe?
Can you help us in the chat?
Yeah, building websites quickly so that they move to the next thing. Let me remember when I used to be a developer, my concern was like this project is fun. I want to explore technology. I want to build these pages and then move to the next fun thing, right? So that's what I would think myself as a developer. But let's see if other people think differently. I don't know. You did websites, Oh no, maybe you can try to answer the question for yourself. What would be interesting for you?
But me, it was a simpler. I found it simpler to basically do one system for my website, and once done, I prefer to basically type my content directly in an interface that was easy to edit than in the actual code. And then I had tools like
that was a need for you.
That was simplifying my workflow basically.
Okay.
So being faster to generate basically to create my website. So gaining time.
We have some answers also in the chat. Pritam says better CMS. I don't know what that means. I know what better CMS means, but I would be happy to glad to have more details about what better CMS means to you. I don't know. Could the answer be better CMS? Is it good for the exercise?
Yeah, maybe people are tired with WordPress. I don't know.
They should tell us. Auto-generate content with slice machine storybook plus push to Prismic. Okay.
That's very specific.
Our need is for editable content management system that is easy to integrate into a simple page application. So Ricky, are you a developer or are you a content writer? Just to understand, is it a need for developer or is it for someone else? Flexible CMS that allows me to build the way I want to with my own tools. This is interesting. So they want to use their own tools. We forgot about this. This is the main existence for our company, is to allow developers to use their own tools, right? You want to use React, you want to use Vue, you want to use Tailwind CSS, whatever it is, right?
Yeah. But basically building. Like at the end, if you translate it to this, like developer, they want to build. And they want to build the way they want, but the
way they want, I guess, is very important, right? Okay. Let's focus on this one, maybe. They want to build, and they want to build the way they want.
Okay, that's good. I wrote that down. They want to build the way they want, the flexibility to choose their own tools. So now we would go into the problem section. So the character that we were discussing, which is developers who want to build, who are looking to build pages, building websites easily, have more time for fun stuff. They have this problem. Before they met Prismic, they have this problem that makes them want to use Prismic. So what is the problem your customers deal with as it relates to the product? So to Prismic.
The problem is that you can have fun as you want, as much you can test any technologies you want on your free time, but the moment you have to build a website, guess what? You can't use these tools. So at least for me, when I wanted to build websites, I have to abandon all the technology that I think of my preference and go use, I don't know, I don't want to talk about any other
WordPress?
CMS. Yeah, but WordPress is a big one, and you have to abandon all your tools to use that. So I think this is the problem, is that I have to use stuff that I don't prefer or I don't like. Is it good as an answer? Does anyone in the chat have a better answer? I'm very happy to consider that as well. For the problem that you had prior to having Prismic.
What is the problem that your customers deal with as it relates to to the service you provide?
And I guess there's also a part that is, because when we say building, it's really focusing on building. But you were spending a lot of time like not building if you don't use the CMS. You will spend a lot of time typing content, updating, like not building in a sense.
I mean, not to focus on other stuff than building. Maybe.
Yeah. I feel like maybe for us, let me just see what is the problem as it relates. The problem that we were having is we as an agency, we didn't have an easy a content management system that is very easy on one hand to use, and also easy to quickly like set up and develop. So, it was other CMSs that we were looking at were over cumbersome, like really difficult to use, and too much development time. So I can say maybe that's the external for us.
The external.
Any other comments? Oh, sorry.
Some people talk about learning curve, too many options, and then Nick has a question. He says like, but isn't it what most CMSs solve as problem, like the fact that you can use your own tools? I don't think most CMSs, but probably this is what headless CMSs solve, right?
Yep.
Being able to use your own tools. So how would you answer a question like this? Like, okay, you asked me for the problem, you asked me for the character, and then you asked me for the problem, and then we came up with a problem that not very specific to what Prismic, where Prismic shines, right? It's something that other things. So maybe we should go more specific into the problem, or how to do about this.
Exactly. So in cases like this where the problem is too broad, we would normally drill down with our, these sessions, by the way, I'm just sharing with the audience, they're usually an hour and a half to 2 hours at least. Like we really dive down into each of these steps. And this is a great example. Is like, we start with some sort of external problem, but maybe it's a bit broad, and we want to really drill down to the unique part of Prismic, and it's a good point. So I would say that just saying that it's easy to set up would be probably too broad and not specific enough.
So maybe I want to say the problem for the character who's a developer is I want to focus on the fun part, but not the annoying part and the repetitive part. Like I feel like a robot when I build pages, because I have to repeat things again and again, and they are very similar across pages, and I have to repeat them. And I want something that allows me not to be a robot, but have the fun, do the creative part, but not to do the repetitive part.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes into the next part of the problem, is actually the internal. So the problem itself is, and by the way, I'm here also sharing on my screen. We could also maybe show what I'm typing in. But in this problem section, we would talk about there are basically three aspects of the problem. There is the external part, which is usually the obvious one. There's the internal problem, which is how is this making your customers feel? And which is exactly what you were saying. Like, it's making me feel like a robot. It makes me feel like I'm useless or stuff like that. And then the third part of the problem would be the philosophical. Why is it just wrong for your customers or your potential your character to feel this way? Why don't they have to feel this way?
Because we want to have fun, because we want to have fun. We don't want to do something repetitive. We want to be creative and have fun.
Yeah, so you as a developer should have fun developing and have more time to focus on the things you love.
Right.
That could be a great philosophical aspect of the problem, really. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. That's very good already. In 2 questions, we start to position Prismic basically.
Yeah.
And that's for free. You're not going to charge her for it, are you?
Oh, I started the clock. No, that's good.
Yeah, that's a nice exercise. I would like to have like this kind of live exercise more often. And thanks for everyone in the chat to help us with the answer. I guess it was pretty rich. I mean, I would go with this forever. You know, this kind of exercise. We can book 2 hours only to discover that. But I think we are. I don't know how we're doing, Noah, on time.
We are a bit late on time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we will wrap it up for the exercise.
Yeah.
But I want to dive to other topics that you. So basically, today we understood that you will do this
Brand position.
story brand, and there is a tool for that, right? Online. What is it? Storybrand.com or something like this?
It's
right?
so everybody watching here, if you want to exercise this, you could go to mystorybrand.com, and it's free. So you could just create an account and start
Play with it.
using that framework basically, and watching the short videos to explain that. There's obviously books also that you can get to read deeper into the methodology.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's fun actually to think about it. No matter what, if you're a developer or content writer, whatever it is, it makes you have a better understanding of what you're doing. I really like the exercise.
Yeah.
But now, so you work on this brand story, and then you deliver that, and that's why is it helpful when we do this kind of brand story?
So really out of this framework comes out really the skeleton for all of the messaging and the copy that we're going to write for the website. So really after we create the brand script, it helps all of the writing for the website, may it be it could be the homepage, the about page. It helps it all work in sync with a very clear mission of what is the story that we're telling our customers on this site. So the next so we would usually wrap up a phase like a brand script, and right after that we would go straight into have our writers begin writing the copy, the actual content that we're going to have on the different landing pages of the site.
Nice. So basically you're making sure that anytime content writers, and that could be anyone in the team, right? Because sometimes content writers are specialist content writer for marketing, or it could be someone that is doing for sales, or it could be for product, or it could be even for talent acquisition, for people strategy, for HR, anything like that. Yeah. And what you're giving them is a framework so that anytime they write something, they go through the framework to understand who are they talking to, right? Who are they talking to? What is their problem? And talk through that kind of lens, basically. You give them a lens, you tell them you write from within that lens, right?
Exactly. So you give them these boundaries that this is what we're talking to. Yeah. And this is the problem we're solving. Yeah.
And I find a little bit similarity between shipping this branding framework. And also there is another aspect that is shipping we talked about earlier, shipping the slice library that allows them also to have some kind of framework for on-brand pages, because these slices, we talk often about slices here, but it allows you to build pages that respect the brand as well. So there is this story brand that will allow you to write content for the brand, and the slices that allow you to build pages that visually respect the brand, right?
Exactly.
Two systems.
And that's exactly that's what's so nice about that's what's so nice about the framework, and then moving into working also with Slice Machine and Prismic is that we're really focused. First of all, we're focused about the story, the messaging, and everything. But once we have that and we begin developing the different sections of the site, websites are ever evolving, and what Prismic and Slice Machine allow us to do as an agency when we develop sites is we give this incredible flexibility to our clients that they don't have to rely on us like a lot of it's probably not such a great business model maybe, but we give this amazing flexibility to our clients to play around with the messaging. Maybe the market changes, maybe your character changes, and easily spin off, create new landing pages on the go without needing to contact a developer every time they want to create a new page. So that's the really nice thing about like Slice Machine and Prismic, and combining it with the story, to create this really good basis.
I feel this is the modern approach to agencies. Like there are new kind of agencies that are evolving, that are focusing a lot on, let's give them their independence, basically, a way of an independent way for them to create stories, but give them some kind of boundaries so that they kind of always talk from within some kind of branding, visual branding for we talk about Slice Machine and Slices, and content branding throughout the framework that you're talking about. So I feel that this is a new way, instead of like, oh, we develop pages and then they ask us for more pages and we develop pages. No, we give them a framework and then they do it on the fly. They do it on demand. Like they can create pages on demand, right?
Yeah, essentially we're teaching them this framework that they can also later on go through the same exact process easily, as their business develops. So it's really such a nice, it's this really good basis that they can take on and really make their, with the ever changing things that happen, like create this this modular kind of capability, both on the messaging side and also on the Slice side.
I love it. And I think like before like some time ago, and it's just now that's happening, this change, but before websites were, I like to say it's maybe illustrated well to say like websites were born dead. They because we work a lot on them, and then when we get them out, that's it. They don't move anymore. It's end of story. But now it's more like the moment we deliver is the moment we start, and then we have to generate a lot of pages and make it a tool for growth in everywhere, right? Yeah,
for sure.
No, I wanted to ask a question. So we have two questions basically from the same person, Kwesi, I guess.
Kwesi.
The first question is it possible to share a relevant sample from you that we can use to learn how to create our own story brand? So do we have that to share maybe on the chat, Noah, like some kind of website that they can learn from, that was built from with Love Internet? We love the internet. With Love Internet?
Yeah.
What's the most relevant website do you think, Benjamin, will represent like your best work?
Oh, well, you can share one of our recent projects is exavolt.com. That was one of the major project that we went through the process. It's a bit of a more technical project, but we did go through the process of story branding, and you can share that one. We have a bunch of others, but I think that's a nice website to see. Also with the really nice UI and stuff. So. Yeah.
And the second question from Kwesi was, can this be part of a design system? And I think we kind of answered it in a sense.
This is pretty much it, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
This is that kind of design system with branding, with slices, with all of that. They work well together.
You basically have a design system from slices and from your website, and some kind of content system, branding system about how to create the actual content and the stories.
Yeah. And just one point about the design, the way we see, when we get to the design phase of building a site or an app, we always see it as the UI as a way of amplifying the message, really. So you have to have that connect to the message itself.
Awesome. Oh, we have people from Exavolt on the chat, so I guess we.
Yeah.
Hi, Carf. So.
Hey, Carf. Awesome.
Someone is asking, do we have
a replay?
Replay? Yes. This will be posted on the channel.
Yeah.
This is Ganj, I guess we can pronounce it.
Maybe.
Yes, we will be available on the channel, so you'll be able to see the full episode.
We should beep the part where I say that you need to fold the stuff in aluminium before putting it on the microwave. So
Yeah,
that
you'll
that
be
we-
sued.
Yeah, so that I don't get this.
Someone will shoot.
Don't lose that part.
Man, you take too many risks. You know, I wouldn't have said
Yeah.
that. Mark will sue you tomorrow.
I guess we talk about most of the things that we wanted to discuss here.
I mean, there are a lot of questions
yeah.
that are appearing in my head, but I guess we need to wrap this up because we need to move to the next section.
Yeah.
And anything you want to add, Benjamin, that we didn't talk about?
No, just really, wanted to encourage everybody that's watching to go to the My Story Brand site and really try this out. And just to encourage that it's not, we have this tendency that, we have to follow these exact like rules and stuff like that. It's really not that way. It's a framework that you can always get better at, and just go ahead and play with it. It's a toolbox really. So don't feel like it's that it's heavy on your shoulders, but take it, play with it, see what you can make out of it, and highly recommend it. So.
And if anyone has some questions for Benjamin, fire, because this is the last minute where you can. And if you have other questions, maybe we can rely that. But it's kind of some kind of iterative process.
Yeah.
Like do the first story, learn from what you did, and then do it again, and then with iterative work, you will learn more and more how to use the framework.
Exactly, right? and really test it. You can take this framework and literally create 3 different brand scripts, launch 3 different ABC like campaigns, and just run. See what works, and use it in that way as well. So it's really a great marketing tool to test. Okay, what kind of who's like what converts better, what is what works better with marketing. So it's extremely fun and effective. Yeah.
Cool. I guess that's it for today. Thank you. I mean, for the talk with Benjamin. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing all this and helping us define our own brand for free.
Yeah. Pleasure, guys. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
Love it.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
So now we are back to
now we are back to basically we wanted to share 2 websites that were made by the community quickly.
Two websites that are built with Prismic. What are they?
So the first one is Zero Motorcycle. Did I pronounce it well? I hope so.
Zero Motorcycle. Yes.
Yeah. That's a website that was released this month that we really enjoyed and that we wanted to showcase. It's presenting about different motorcycle in a very cool way. It's very small in the screen, but let's like
maybe in purpose.
It's bigger on your browser, in your website. When you browse it, it's bigger than that. You don't see my face. I guess it's better this way. So basically, the way the websites present those motorcycles is through slices and develop a bit more than just presenting the product. And we see this trend happening all over the place on the e-commerce using Prismic, basically presenting the product in a way that is very inspirational and that goes beyond the only specs of the product, but really telling stories and presenting inspirational content around it. So myself, I really enjoyed browsing the website.
Because you like motorcycles?
No, I'm not a big fan of it, but we do have some fans of it in the
what do you
company.
like? Cars, bikes?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Yeah.
But
like
you have a bike, right?
I like public transportation in Paris. I find it cool, quoi. So we can do a nice website for the subway, the Parisian subway, if you want. The line 13 for the Parisian that will understand the joke. So yeah, nice animation, nice design. Really like it.
Do they use? So they use Prismic. Do they use slices?
They use slices pretty intensively. Cool. That's really cool. And the website is neat. So
check out the website.
Yeah.
Nice design, nice website.
The second one is Covery. So it's more a developer tool for developer, basically a platform that allows developer to easily deploy and manage their deployment into AWS. That's actually a pretty nice design. I know that the website was made with Gatsby, so incredibly fast. Really interesting to browse also to discover and to inspire yourself on how to build basically a nice website and present your brand to developers. So we should have this reviewed by Benjamin to see if it was supported, if it was on the StoryBrand framework or not.
Okay.
But yeah, nice website, nice animation again.
And they chose this kind of a bit dark.
It looks like a bit like Prismic, the colors and the style. So
that's some kind of dark mode.
Yeah, dark mode.
Not all
So
of it.
no, cool website, and the general idea is that don't hesitate to also share your website and your creation on Twitter or to us directly, and we might showcase it next month during the meetup. And yeah, those were the two websites, and we'll try to continue to present work from the community so that you might see yourself one day on the meetup on the screen. I think we are kind of late.
So now we have what is it? The
product updates.
Product
So
updates.
I'll do two quick product updates.
But before that, I want to tell
sorry.
people that if you have any questions about Prismic, the product, anything like that, we'll have a QA session. But start already asking your questions now, so that we have already the questions when we get to QA. What did I say?
Q&A.
Q&A.
QA is like
Yeah, because we talk about that all the time. Because we're building the
QA department.
and that's why I mixed these two things. So we have Q&A session. So ask us the question. You can start asking the question. Doesn't have to be about something we discussed here. It's good to if it is, but it's okay if it's about something else. You can ask us any questions about anything we said here or about something else. You can start asking questions right now.
So product updates. The first one will be about Slice Machine. I hope that it will follow on the screen. So basically, the Slice Machine team worked pretty hard on the tool in the past months. They did two important releases. The first one, simplifying overall the overall init setup and all the initialization of a Slice Machine project. This is really heavily simplified. We updated all our documentation to follow these steps. This is including a lot of bug fix, small improvement, including also a new way to log in directly from the interface so that we better manage the session. And we released today, so you can download it now, the 0.1.2 that includes a new onboarding explaining all the concepts related to slices, all the concepts related to how to create a page and a custom type with Slice Machine, and also a lot of small improvements. So if you are using Slice Machine, just know that you can now download this new version, the 0.1.2, by doing npm install save dev Slice Machine latest. The thing that is also very interesting for you to know is that we still continue to invest pretty intensively in Slice Machine. So there are very, very exciting changes that are coming for the next month. So if everything goes well, we will have a very interesting announcement to share with you for the next meetup. For bulk action, that is also the big subject that we are looking at in the editor at the moment and that we discussed during the last meetup. We are close to the end of the beta, so there was lot of new improvement related to being able to perform bulk action into the archive, meaning being able to delete documents in bulk. A lot of improvement in releases, so being able to bulk publish, bulk archive from the release, or move from copy to another local in another release. Those actions are now available in beta. You should, if you are a beta user of bulk action, you should have seen those improvements. The goal is to release bulk actions for all users in the coming week. So next time for the December meetup, we should be able to discuss a full release to everyone. Those were the two main announcements. Just so you know, we are also intensively working on the API, and I hope we will have good news and interesting news to follow for the next meetups. I'm good with the product updates.
You're pretty quick, probably because I didn't speak.
And because I'm late. We are late, so I try to wrap it up quickly. So, as Sadek said, if you have any questions for us, we will be able to run a small session of Q&A and answer any of your questions, meaning being from this meetup, something unclear, something that you want to explore a bit more, from the product or from any topic. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
So basically the question is, any questions?
In the meantime, I will ask a question to you. What do you think about the new format where we bring more people from the community? Do you find it interesting? Would you like to have us dedicating a meetup for a given topic in the future, so that we can get people from the community that might answer your questions? Please shoot and let us know.
So the question is, do you like the format? Do you have any suggestions to the format that we should follow for the Prismic meetup?
Simplifying my questions.
Saying
That's
it
good.
again.
That's
in
good.
case
That's
people,
good. That's good.
In case people didn't hear it.
Now,
While we're waiting for people, we have to. What should you do? Like you should sing or dance or something like that.
I should sing or dance. I should.
Oh no, you should not.
We
you
do
don't
a
have to.
roulette now of about Black Friday stuff.
Oh, there is a thing. So, what is it you started? You started playing tennis, right? And we see the effect on your hand.
you had to make fun of me because of this, right?
No, but so what happened there?
So yeah, I started to play tennis. So look,
Oh, they wouldn't see it. We didn't see it.
I started to play tennis, and the thing is that I'm not a good player,
Yeah,
but I
yet
I run.
you try.
Yeah,
You run.
I'm committed.
You're committed. That's the most important thing. If you're
So-
committed, you're going to be good.
Yeah, so I jump on balls, even though they are pretty far, and I try to forget that there is concrete basically on the floor.
The
And-
floor is concrete. And then what happened? You slipped. You
Yeah,
fell.
I slept and fell and rolled, and
And it's only on your hand, or
no, I have on
All
the
over
legs
your
too.
body.
But like, yeah,
Wow, man. So we have one question. Is it possible to share data between slices? Can you think of a scenario where you have to share content
banner.
between slices? Like, is it, yeah? So flex, right? Flex. Is it about banners or stuff like that? Is it about, I don't know, navigation? What can you please tell us the
Use
the
case?
need, the use
Yeah,
case?
the
What is
detail.
it that you want to do, sharing data between slices?
Workers comp.
I guess they call it this way or something. These bruises that you have,
Yeah. Pizza.
you call it. When shared slices in Gatsby? This is the question that you should have. And by the way, hi Christian. So I don't know you're here. Thank you for asking the question. So when we will have Gatsby in, as no slice machine slices in Gatsby, slice machine, I suppose, right? Because you have short slices. Okay, yeah. So slice machine, short slices.
Most likely not before the end of the year, but that's something that we
Well,
are.
the end of the year is 1 month, so you know.
Yeah, but like probably in Q1 2022.
So this month we were this quarter we were focusing a lot on Next, right?
We focused a lot on Next, a bit on Next because it's also the first technology that we supported with Slice Machine. We discussed introducing new technologies, so there is two on the line basically. Gatsby and Svelte. The Gatsby integration is, let's say, the most advanced one because we started to look at it and to work on it in a sense. Now, to be able to finalize this and to release it will take a bit more time, so most likely Q1 2022. And also writing the documentation, but that's for me all wrapped up in one big thing.
So Flex had commented on the use case. For example, I have a slider that has our team photos that should be used in the About Us page and also the home page. What I would do there, so the answer is no, you cannot share content in different slices in different places. But if you have a section like of, so how to say it, I don't know if duplicate content is a good thing for Google or for SEO, but you probably don't care. I don't know. I'm not sure that having, I mean, some people do it, but I don't know about that. But anyway, if this is a use case and you probably thought of your use case well and all of that, so I don't have to answer for that. if you want to do that, make a section. So make a document, we call it, and build this team photos and team page stuff that you have inside, and then have it linked from the different pages, or at least, or even in code, fetch it and put it there. Like you can imagine it as an extra section that. So it could be a document on its own. That's so mostly slices, shared slices are to share the structure and the code, but then they apply different content to them. So in this case, maybe use link to document or something like that.
Content relationship. So
sorry,
basically, create some kind of slice that will be the team slice, and then link it to a document, and this document will contain all the information for your team, and that's how you fetch it and you have it centralized in one place.
Kwesi says about our question, I think it's a good idea to bring in people from the community. It helps us learn some creative ways other people are using Prismic. Yeah, I think so. Now we brought some agencies, freelancers. Maybe we can bring some companies that did some, we have quite a few companies that did, a lot of companies that did really good work, and they have their own way of, building with the product. I think it will be a great idea. And then we have Christian is saying Flex's point is good. Would be good to have a partial slice which has the same content no matter where you put it. Probably, we really have to list all the use cases, and probably this is, with your team, Renaud, that we need to list all the use cases of that, so that we see, is it something we need to generalize? Is it only related to banners?
Yeah.
Is it related to something else? We need to capture it more and implement it better. It's maybe reasonable, but, always use case.
So that we can design a good experience for that.
Christian is asking about the search bar in Prismic, and saying that one of your clients are unhappy with the search bar in Prismic. So this is something that we have to target at some point. Most of our users use like the edit button to kind of move between pages to the document that represent the pages. Of course, search is still very important. But you can also overcome the problem by implementing the edit button. I don't know if you implemented that, but it allows you from any page to understand which are the documents that are used in this kind of page, and mostly you will be able to go and edit that kind of page. So if it's about that, then it will work. If it's something else, we need to know about it. And anyway, we have to improve the search bar.
It's a small script that you integrate in your website, and it translates into a small button that you have at the bottom left of your website. You click on it, and then you're redirected basically to the actual document that you are looking for from the website.
Yeah, it's pretty handy in a lot of situations.
Yeah, we did a good job.
Sorry?
We did a good job in it.
You're starting to talk about like Alexandre, or am I? Is it me?
Which Alexandre?
Or maybe he talks like you.
Alex or Alexandre?
Alexandre.
Okay.
Or maybe it's him. Or maybe you two the same. Anyway, so we don't have any other questions. Yes, you can follow us on Twitter, because we also post on Twitter, or follow our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because we don't only have this product meetup, but we also have some videos from different people from the community talking about different topics. So you can follow us on YouTube at the subscribe button. Yeah, this button that you have under there.
We shot a video right today.
Sorry,
there was an interview today. No,
it's tomorrow. Tomorrow will be in the interview.
What's the interview?
It's with Delba from Next.js.
Okay, it's with Delba from Next.js. So cool. Devrel at Next.js, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So there is a lot of interesting content on the YouTube channel that you can follow, like really influent people in the community and interesting people on top of it.
Oh, Angelo got a shout out. Shout out for Angelo for the great work. Yeah, we love Angelo, and he does a lot of good work. So thanks for telling him this. I'm sure he will be happy to hear that.
Do we do something special for Christmas meetup?
Nuha was asking me just that, and I don't know. She was asking, "Are we doing it?" I guess we're doing it. So next one will be in December, right?
Yep.
You're available.
Well,
You said it on video, so now you can say it. I see, Patrick. Is it a question? WordPress is okay headless, or is it a question? Is WordPress okay as a headless CMS? Can you clarify your question so that we can, or statement, so that we can understand? We can comment on it. What was I saying? Yeah. So December is the next one. It's the last Wednesday of December, or should we move it? It's the last Wednesday of December, right?
Well, we should check it. We'll send an invite anyway.
We will send you. Yeah, we'll send you that. And while waiting for questions, I will want to thank again Workflow behind, who is doing the video and all the other things.
We need to put credits at the end, to thank people that participated.
So Flow for the video, and of course this wouldn't happen without Nuha. Probably some of you know already Nuha. This wouldn't happen without her. She is behind the whole event and a lot of other things. Thank you, Nuha, and for everyone in the team for helping us doing this, developing the product, commercializing it. It's a great team that we have here.
Nick, you could say that Nuha is the GOAT, please.
Maybe he doesn't want to say that. Don't pressure him, All right, I guess that's it. That's it. No other questions. We should wrap up.
Yep.
Okay then. Well, thank you.
Thank you,
Renaud, for being here as well. And until next time, it was fun.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
learned a lot from Benjamin and all of that. That was cool. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.